Hi, and welcome to day 9 of Vlogmas. Today we're going to talk about education and like the different options you have in the Netherlands, and tomorrow I'm going to talk about our experiences. The 3 different options are private, which is like fully funded by yourself, private subsidized, which is like partially subsidized by the government, and then you pay the other part of it. And then there's Dutch public, is fully government funded, just kind of like public school would be in the US. What drew us into public education here is that they have multiple options. So they have like Montessori, Steiner, Waldorf, forest schools, and that's all public. However, to go to Dutch public school and you don't speak Dutch, you start in a newcomers class. What a newcomers class is a program focused on intensive learning the language so that you can then integrate into the public school system as a whole. They have a program within a bigger school. For primary school, that is newcomers class, and that is age 6 to 11. And for secondary, which is age 12 to 18, it's called ISK. My boys are 12 and 14, so they are in the ISK program. When we were thinking about moving here, we looked at like multiple different cities, and the reason we chose The Hague, or not the reason, but one of the reasons was there's multiple ISK programs here. For The Hague, there was like 3 or 4 different schools that you could go to. They're all available online to see the location. So when we were looking at houses, we put them on a map, and then we kind of like gave our real estate agent the map and like the locations we were looking at, because you don't know what ISK program you're going to get placed into. We wanted to be kind of centrally located that we could take a tram or ride a bike and get them to school. How you apply for these is a central registration system. So you register with your address, kids info, etc. And fortunately, however you want to look at it, they added 2 new locations for the ISK program since we had started our process of moving here. And those 2 new locations were not inside a public school already. They were standalone buildings, and they were just for the ISK kids. So the other locations are like, think of like a big high school, and then they have the ISK program inside of it. Now there's 2 new locations don't have that. They are just by themselves. And unfortunately, we got put into one of them. Now the location isn't too bad. It's a tram ride that picks up right in front of our house and drops us off right there. So the location wasn't too bad. However, the school is not ideal for either of my kids, and tomorrow I want to get into why it's not ideal for both of them. So stay tuned and we'll chat tomorrow.